Thousands of massive steel vessels are currently pushing through violent ocean storms to keep the global supply chain moving. The officers standing on the bridges of these ships earn salaries that are largely hidden from the public, and they are significantly higher than standard corporate pay. These paychecks function as compensation for total isolation, extreme pressure, and the responsibility of navigating through hazardous geopolitical zones. The global economy relies on a financial matrix that assigns a precise, exponentially scaling dollar value to human liability. Labor is divided between two departments: deck for navigation, engine for propulsion. A cadet starts at the bottom, earning a stipend of roughly $450 a month, but senior ranks like the captain earn $10,000 to $15,000 monthly. This chart from a standard collective bargaining agreement shows exactly how those wages scale. A master's pay isn't a random figure. It's calculated using a multiplier, a differential, applied to the basic wage of the entire crew. This steep hierarchy reflects the transition from a trainee to a senior officer who carries the ultimate responsibility for a multi-million-dollar asset and the lives of 20 people. Cargo type determines the final risk profile of a seafarer's paycheck. Commanding a standard container ship is a relatively lower risk operation, with captains earning at the lower end of the senior officer pay scale. Liquefied natural gas is different. These ships carry cryogenic, highly volatile fuel in specialized tanks, making the technical operation significantly more dangerous. Because of that environmental and technical risk, a captain on an LNG tanker can see their monthly salary jump to $19,000. The global maritime industry directly treats this highly volatile cargo as a calculated financial multiplier for the crew living directly above the danger. The ultimate legal framework for maritime pay is the collective bargaining agreement, which dictates what happens when the route itself becomes a physical threat to the crew. Special clauses are triggered when a vessel is ordered to enter a designated warlike operations area. These zones cover high-risk corridors prone to piracy or active war, like the waters around Somalia and Yemen. Under Article 16.3, seafarers can refuse entry and be repatriated at the company's cost. If they proceed, the contract mandates a 100% daily wage bonus and doubles compensation for disability or death, exceeding $190,000. The shipping industry puts a daily mathematical price tag on geopolitical conflict, turning physical risk into a specific financial payout for the crew. The ability for seafarers to keep these salaries intact depends on international tax residency laws. Indian seafarers focus on the 183-day rule. Spending that much time outside the country grants them non-resident Indian status, making their entire maritime income tax-free. This financial reward is balanced against a high psychological cost. It requires 9-month contracts and absolute isolation on a ship in the middle of an empty ocean. Maritime wealth is built on a trade, months of human existence, and the physical risk of conflict, exchanged to keep the gears of the modern world turning.